This is a video explanation of the Dino charts we're using this season for the swimmers in the first practice group, mostly 12 and unders. Everybody should have received the black and white copy at a meeting we had a while ago with the parents, and last week we gave everybody a color copy in practice. If your child does not have one yet, make sure that they see one of their coaches. You'll notice that each swimmer's goal is 1,000 points, and the team goal is 100,000 points. And the reason for that is for our older swimmers, the 11 and ups, there's the virtual club championship score, where our goal as a team is to score 100,000 points or more. But since that's basically for the 11 and ups, we decided to have a 12 and under, mostly a 10 and under goal as well. But first, why the Dino theme? Why are we using a dinosaur theme this season for our 12 and unders? You'll notice on the back of the Dino sheet where you tally your points that some of the most points can be earned by working really hard on some of the sets. And you notice that we've labeled some of the easier ones herbivore, tougher ones carnivore, and the toughest ones T-Rex, the ones that are worth the most points. So to take a look at what the difference between those are, let's go to the Dino cards that we give out. These are pictures of herbivores. They casually feed on whatever plants it happens to stumble on. Even though some of these are cool and could defend themselves fairly well, they were not necessarily carnivores. An omnivore, like the one shown here, feed on both plants and other living things like fish or insects, but it had to catch those in a more aggressive fashion. Now, the carnivores shown here were at the top of the food chain. They knew what they wanted and actively hunted for it. So we as swimmers want to be proactive like carnivores, not reactive like herbivores. We want to learn how to set goals and actually work toward them. Like the T-Rex or Velociraptor or the Giganosaurus, we are active hunters, not casual grazers. Alright, so looking at the PowerPoints, I'm going to use two different examples, one for the 50 free, one for the 50 breast, to show everybody how this chart should be done. Then I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to fill out the rest for a particular swimmer, and then we'll look and see what comes out of it. So how you do this, you write down your best time here. This swimmer, this 10-year-old girl, has a 35.26 as her best time for the 50 freestyle. So you circle all the events that she's got. She's got a 49.49, which is regional cut. She would place in the top half of the state. She has a 100 PowerPoint. She has a 200 PowerPoint, and again at a 35.26, she has a 300 PowerPoint. However, she does not have the state's top 10 or a 400 PowerPoint, so this should be her goal right here, is to get 34.10 to be in the upper half, the top 10 in the state. And then the next step would be a 33.61, and then silver cuts in that event would be 33.13. Going over to the 50 breast, now you'll notice that the silver cuts are in kind of a dark maroon. You'll notice the 50 free is tougher comparatively to the national PowerPoint times than is the 50 breaststroke. But that happens to be her second favorite event. So she's made regionals. She's made top half of the state. She's made a 100 PowerPoint. She's made a 200 PowerPoint. She's made a 300 PowerPoint. But with a 46.70, she does not have the 300 PowerPoint here yet. Now in this fictitious swimmer, I've filled out all of the times for her best times at the top, and then circled all the events that she's achieved. Here again, 35.26. She's 35.44. She does not have a 34.10, so we've stopped there. So based on the circled events, you can see for regional cuts, she's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 events for regionals. And on silvers, there is only one cut, and that's in the 50 breaststroke. So let's take a look at what PowerPoint bag tags she gets. You notice on the 300 bar, she's got 1, and all the way over here for the 100 IM, she's got another, and she's really close here in the 50 breaststroke, and she's really close here in the 100 freestyle. So those are the two events she's going to want to swim next, because once she gets her third 300 PowerPoint, she'll get her bag tag for that. And And here I've tabulated the total number of Dino points using a swimmer based on a swimmer that's in the junior group. We're going to call him Sam Swimmer, age 11. And he has made the kick set for 100 points. He's made the carnivore set for 150 points in his freestyle swim. And he's still at the 100-point level for his IM swim. So he's got some improvement he can make in there, and his goal is to move up to carnivore here, T-Rex in his free swim set, and carnivore in the IM set. For power points, he's got a total of 190, 172, and 159. Swim meet attendance, he only goes to 1 meet a month. You'll notice that we give bonus points. Instead of 10 points, you get 30 points if you make 2 meets in a month, and you also get bonus points down here for making regionals, silvers, or New England championships. Finally, for practice attendance, he's estimating there's 38 days. That's actually the number of days that he's made. And for bonus points, you get bonus points for getting over the average. We assume that everybody's got some stuff going on, that they can't make 100% attendance, so we do give bonus points for those that come close to that. And notice with the 8 and unders, we do give bonus points there, since they don't get as many power points, since 8 and unders don't have power points. So we do give a chance for the 8 and unders to get more points. For the IMX and the IMR scores, you'll notice here, these are the events that he's swum. He's got more improvement that he could make, because he hasn't done the 200 or the 500 free, he hasn't done the 100 fly, and he hasn't done either of the IMs yet. But totaling the points here, 30, 30, 50, and 50. He's made 160 points there. You'll notice there is no 50 free or 100 free in this age 11 and 12 for the Dino points, because everybody can swim those. They're not worth any points at all. Bonus for the Dino chart, for the Dino cards that he gets, total of 3 color ones and 1 black and white one, for a total of 35. And no Dino points, no bonus points there for the longer distance swims. We've totaled up the total points here for the Dino swim sets, power points, swim meet attendance, IMR, IMX, and he's already got 1,000 points at 1134. So the next step for him would be to get more than that. We may have an incentive where you get your total number of points screened onto the t-shirt that you get. Every swimmer that gets 1,000 points or more will get a special t-shirt with a Dino theme by championships, by state meet.